The cell phone has changed and developed so much in the past decade that you can do almost anything with it. Before, it was used as a verbal communication tool, but in the recent years, it has evolved into a multimedia tool that adopted the name as a mobile device. A cell phone functions more as a computer now, but something more mobile. You can surf the web, check your email, snap photos, and update your social media status, besides making and answering calls.
Before going into the parts of the cell phone and discussing how it actually works, let's first take a look at the history of cell phones. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell, a Scottish-born inventor, made the first telephone. A few years later, he would also create the photophone. It can send and receive phone calls using light beams. Since it was created as a sort of wireless phone, then it is the earliest form of the modern mobile phone. In the year 1888, Heinrich Hertz, a German physicist, made the first electromagnetic radio wave in his lab. And in 1894, British physicist Sir Olive Lodge was able to send the first message by using radio waves. Then, in 1899, Guglielmo Marconi, an Italian inventor, sent radio waves across the English Channel. Marconi further developed his creation that by 1901 he was able to send radio waves across the Atlantic. From Cornwall in England to Newfoundland. Due to this, he is now known as the father of the radio. In 1906, American engineer Reginald Fessenden was able to transmit the first human voice using radio waves. He sent a message 11 miles from a transmitter at Brant Rock, Massachusetts, to ships with radio waves receivers in the Atlantic Ocean. In the 1920s, emergency services began to experiment with radio telephones that by 1940s, emergency services and taxis were already using mobile radio telephones. In the year 1946, sending radio calls between vehicles using mobile telephone systems were introduced by AT&T and the Southwestern Bell. A few decades later, Bell Laboratories developed Metroliner mobile cell phones on trains. Martin Cooper of Motorola made the first cell phone call in the year 1973. He used a 28-pound prototype Dyna TAC phone. In 1978, Analog Mobile Phone System, or AMPS, was introduced in Chicago by Illinois Bell and AT&T. In 1982, European telephone companies agreed on a worldwide standard for how cell phones will operate.